Hello, this is Tia, and welcome to another video. Today we're doing another mini novel short story of Beyond the Books of the Clockwork Chronicles. We're doing The Hero of Wonderberg, Part 1, Capture, and the third part of that. Yeah. So far, I was able to do one chapter per, but we'll see how long this goes. Yeah, basically, let's get right into the video, eh? If you guys like the video, be sure you leave a like, and yeah, make sure you hit the bell so you know when the next part comes out, because there are possible spoilers. So be warned. Steppy. This is technically chapter 3, but like, I should name them the characters, because it's fun. Do whatever I want. Stampy looked around nervously as all the men surrounded them, his confidence dwindling. He's falling asleep. Slightly as the realization of what was happening began to sink in. Sure, he had Squishy and William with him to help fend off these men, but the man was right. They were horribly outnumbered. That didn't mean it wasn't possible to get out of this without getting captured or giving what the men wanted, right? What exactly did they want anyway? That's a lot of O's. Hang on. Magic. Boop. He took a deep breath as he lifted his sword, the diamond blade gleaming with a magenta hue that almost seemed to glow in the sunlight. He noticed his friends following suit as he shifted his eyes toward the men. The man, trying his best not to think about the dozen of men surrounding them. Had to be some way of getting out of this. Some way to let someone know they were in trouble. I believe I've made my point now, haven't I, Cat? The man mused with a slight smile. Perhaps you're willing to cooperate with us for the next stage of our plan. And why would I do that? I don't even know what you want anyway, the cat insisted. Oh, you'd better do as we say, or people might get hurt, the man said simply, gesturing toward the beaver and duckling that stood by his side. You wouldn't want that, do you? If you don't want to know the whereabouts of my friends, then what do you want? The cat asked, feeling a pang of uneasiness erupt within him. He couldn't stifle back from where it came. Mr. A wants something much more than your little friends. Especially we already have you and one of your little friends with us. No. There's something that he's wanted to do ever since he first heard about you, Stumpy kept. Stumpy swallowed as he glanced over at his friends. The uneasy feeling only grew as the memory of the shock collar and the pain he suffered returned. The thought that he might never get out of there alive. The fear that the men were going to do something horrible and wanted to get him out of the way. The mention of a portal that had shook him to his core. The thing that had caused him to go out of his way just to warn communicate anything like that would happen again. Was this what the men were referring to? What do they want with Wonderberg? The cat asked firmly, the fear being snuffled by a burst of courage as he realized that there still could be a chance. The men didn't know where the portal was. They didn't know how to get back to the town. Thanks to his friends messing up the coordinates and making it impossible for them to create a new portal. But they still could use an existing portal he had hidden to ensure something like this wouldn't happen. So that's where the place the portal leads to, the man said thoughtfully, as a small smile crept onto his face. I'm afraid I'm going to have to leave those types of questions for Mr. A to answer in another time and place. As for now, you have no choice but to take us to the portal. What will you do if I don't? The cat demanded. The man raised an eyebrow. Do you really want to know the answer to that, Cat? I don't think you do. You'll have to get through us first before you can make threats like that, Squishy said courageously, the tone of determination in her voice. Cat knew she wouldn't let anything happen to him, and William went the same way. It didn't mean the men didn't have something up their sleeves. Very well then, the man said smoothly. I gave you a chance to get out of this easily, without anyone getting hurt. Now I have no choice but to ensure you won't be getting away from us. Get them. The cat took a step back. He watched the men around them begin to close in. William pushed the cat behind him as he stood firm, ready to fight. They were outnumbered and outmatched. There was no way out of this. Squishy, do something! The cat called out. Stampy called out as he looked over to see the ducklings fighting against a couple of the men. What do I do? She hollered back at him. The cat whirled around just in time to block an incoming attack. Send a signal. Get help. Do anything that might get the attention of our friends, the cat replied loudly. Oh, I don't think there'll be much help to use, Stampy Cat, a voice said from behind him as he heard a yelp of surprise and a loud thud from his right. The cat turned to see William slumped on the floor, struggling to get up. One of the men must have slammed him against the wall. William! The cat cried as he ran over the dazed beaver, knowing the man that was not too far from him. He looked over his friend, not seeing any injuries as he met the beaver's eyes. Are you okay? The beaver nodded simply as he tried to stand, but only stumbled back down. The cat offered out a paw for him to take. Before the beaver could accept it, the cat heard a cry of surprise from behind him. The cat stood up and turned to see, to his horror, that one of the men had grabbed the yellow duckling and a small dagger to her throat. Let her go! The cat shouted as he tried lunging to her aid. He was grabbed from behind as the man behind him pushed him back. We aren't going to hurt her, the cat, the man told him coldly, unless, of course, you are not willing to cooperate. Don't tell him where it is, Stampy, Squishy said defiantly, holding her ground even when she was at dagger point. There was a sliver of fear in her eyes, though, but there was more hope than fear that he had seen. I don't think he had much of a choice, the man told her softly. If he doesn't do as we say, well, you might have to face those consequences. Leave her out of this, the cat said angrily, as he tried to push himself out of the man's grasp. There he is. You're the one who put her into this mess, Stampy Cat, the man mused with a chuckle. You're the one who put her in the line of danger in the first place. If you just listened to us, we would have left her alone. All we really needed was you. You only made it harder for yourself. Why me, though? The cat asked quietly. You're the only one who knows where that portal is, Cat. You know more about that town than we do. When Mr. A found you, he knew he had something. He knew there was a way where we could stop you and your kind. Forever. I'm not sure I understand, the cat said quietly. Still need to right now, the man said as he shook his head. Right now, all you need to do is take us to the portal. You know the consequences if you don't. Don't worry about me, Stampy, Squishy insisted. They're lying to you. Don't tell them. Don't let them win. Haven't we won already, little duckling? The man mused his cat's shoulders. Now, I'm going to willingly taking us to the portal. Willingly doing it, though, the cat said bitterly. You wouldn't want her to get hurt, would you? The man asked with a smile. You want to protect her more than 1,000 people don't you know. I do know them, though, the cat said quietly. He shook his head slowly, remembering the line Mr. A had said to Dan all those months ago. He nearly died from the high voltage of the shell collar. He was so helpless alone, seeing his friend there coming back to help him, when it all seemed like it was too late, when he had nothing left but fear and pain. Tears formed in the cat's eyes as he tried to push away that memory, the memory that still haunted him, the pain that seemed far beyond what he had imagined. Mr. A used to try to get rid of him, to get him out of the way so he could do whatever he wanted to do. He was confused. The man told him something. First time Mr. A met me, he let me dead, the cat said quietly. Get me out of the way so I couldn't stop him. But we did. The man shook his head. May have stopped us, but it clearly isn't yet. This was all you wanted. Why haven't you killed me yet? You'll see, Stampy, the man replied. But really, we should get going. What about Squishy and William? The cat asked quickly. We'll take good care of your friends while you're gone. Don't worry, the man said with a chuckle. So long as you cooperate, of course. Of course, the cat agreed sadly. Stampy? Squishy asked as he felt the man push him away from his friends. The cat turned to see the few of the men starting to drag his two friends away. Not even sure what becomes of him. Please get help, the cat told her quietly. Please. The cat spotted her now slowly before he disappeared around a corner. Two other men following them shortly behind. Now, where should we be heading towards the cat? The man said simply, giving the cat no time to let everything that had happened sink in. He had no choice. He had no way of getting out of this, except for Squishy and William. He knew that his two friends were smart and would find a way to escape. And if not, surely Sam would find them and find out what had happened. What would they do after that? How would they be able to get out of this mess? And what did Mr. Ant want with him anyway? What did he need him alive? Why did he need him alive when the man had tried to kill him time and time again? He figured out the cat's secret. Did he know what the cat knew about the portal's whereabouts? What would happen when they got there? He wasn't sure, but he dreaded the day when the plan would unravel completely. He was powerless as a town hero. Stop it. Fortunately, we're gonna have to end that episode there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Yes, I did warn you of the cliffhanger. Oh, there's gonna be a lot of fun ones. Yeah. People might like this, people might not. I don't know. A lot of people didn't like. A lot of people just saw the first With My Hero in Need, and not very many people actually watched all of it. They just watched the first and last. It was bad, but it wasn't my best work either, so it's not like a huge deal. It's just like I had an idea, wrote it, and I'm like, I'll finish it up and I'll just share it. This is a little bit more in depth. It's got a little bit more plot line, storyline, actual storyline. Things are about to get interesting. Trust me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.